Tonight, Hurricane Hilary bearing down.
Winds right now at 145 miles per hour.
And this is unprecedented, folks.
Tropical storm watch has been issued for California.
It's just not going to weaken enough.
Outer bands that are beginning to move into Southern California.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So here we are. Hilary should hit us about 8 hours from now. And she's only going to be a tropical storm, and she's going to be about 30 miles to the east of us if the current forecast holds. And this is what the garden looks like right now. I had to take down my my backdrop. It is very humid. You can't really feel that on the video, but it is extremely humid. And it's already like 77 degrees, and it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. I might rotate the pots that go here. Easy way to clean my pots. Some of the stuff isn't going anywhere. Some of this stuff could get blown off the pony wall. The wind direction is going to come from above the hill here, so it's going to be blowing this stuff. At least for the first 4 hours of the heavy winds, it's going to be blowing this stuff away from the wall. And then after Hilary gets north of us, it'll be blowing back up the hill. And then I don't have to worry so much. If something falls over, it'll just, tip over and land on the dirt. Hey everybody, welcome to the peak of Tropical Storm Hilary. Check it out. The winds are also messing a bit with the bamboo, which is okay. I'm starting to get pissed at the bamboo. So far the wind damage is this thing, my corn. And I think that's it. Up high, it's raining pretty good. It's blowing, the wind is blowing pretty good. Down here, it's defoliating the pines of all of their weak foliage. Pine needles everywhere. Originally said this stuff was going to come in from like 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. About to get dark. We haven't even had the thunder and lightning yet, so I assume that that's coming soon because it's raining pretty good. The other thing the storm does is it gives my Italian cypress sort of bedhead. At first she was going to come in on Monday night, and then she was going to come in on Sunday night, and then she was going to come in Sunday early afternoon, and now it's almost dusk. Anyway, so the winds are coming from this direction. So I'm getting sheltered by the house here, but up high, there's a lot of wind. And I'm getting a ton of shelter around the trees from the fruit trees above them from the hill and from the block wall. So this side of the house, which I thought was the most vulnerable, is actually in pretty good shape. I brought this guy out to the barbecue because I thought it looked just so at home in this weather. There's my big old banyan ficus, my Nerifolia. This is kind of exciting and a little bit alarming. So I figured out why the winds came late and came from the wrong direction, and now they have switched directions. And I figured out why we were supposed to get 20-mile-an-hour winds and we have had like 30, 40, maybe even 45-mile-an-hour winds. And it all makes perfect sense now. The tropical storm did not miss us. It darn near direct hit. So, I'm gonna have a little relaxer. I'm gonna go inside and show you what I'm talking about. Cheers. Whoa, okay, so I just saw on the news the tropical storm Hilary is still a tropical storm, and she's over Compton. I thought she was going out the desert and up north. In fact, it was weird the weather we were having, given that we were supposedly so far west from the center. But when I looked at the radar earlier, I remember thinking, that's weird. It looks like the center of this system, the circulation's all going around Orange County. She cut way, way west, basically, as soon as she was due east of me. I live like right here. Okay, so when Hilary made landfall, this is what it was expected to do. Go up to like Temecula and Victorville and north. And then it crossed into California. And the last thing I heard before my son and I went outside, it was supposed to be here. And I remember thinking, we should be getting a bunch of winds coming in this direction, right? It should have been, this is the circulation. We're over here. We should be getting winds going in this direction. This is really weird. The models disagree, not just where it's going to go, but where it was. So I was looking at this, right? They were saying that the center of the storm was like here-ish. And you can't tell, but the circulation was going like this. And the blue dot is roughly where I am. So I had the wind coming like this, in this northerly direction. And on top of that, I was looking at when you animated this thing, it showed that we were in the middle of, so later we find out it's in Compton. That's way over here, right? That's Compton's west of Orange County. It's south, it's almost directly south of LA. How did it get to Compton from like Palm Springs? Well, according to this model, it continued north, like all the way to Redlands, and then it made this weird beeline west through like Brea, La Habra, La Mirada to Compton. But that's the only model that says this. The other models, one of them is this one here, and this one shows it going through Irvine right up, like there's Irvine Lake right there. And I was up there shooting video actually when it was supposed to be the peak hour of the tropical storm for us, but that assumed that it was going to be up here somewhere. But it was pretty gnarly. I mean, you couldn't see really very well across the other side of the lake, and it's not like, this thing's not Lake Tahoe, you know. It's a pretty small lake. That's a close-up of it. So there's Irvine Lake. I was actually kind of along this highway here taking a little video of the lake. Now there's one more model, and this one has it making the turn down here, I guess. Also going through Irvine, going a little bit farther south. So there's Irvine Lake. So the other path had it going through like this. That would explain the winds that I was seeing in the middle of a tropical storm that was almost directly overhead. The trees are still doing good too. So the winds have calmed down a bit. And they're actually going the other direction. So we did have the wind direction change. Looks like nothing is on the ground that wasn't already on the ground. This spot looks inviting. Looks like the bamboo didn't knock anything off the table. The trees are really rocking up there. I don't know how well the mic is picking it up, but it's pretty windy. It's not as windy as it was before, and the wind is coming from the opposite direction now. Actually, not exactly opposite, but it's coming from a different direction. Whoa! Yeah, those trees are moving. Ooh. Yeah, everything's moving. Yeah, but over here, yeah. But over here, not a lot of wind coming through way down low. So that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, we're still getting a lot of wind. So this is basically part two. So we were supposed to get like just a little bit of wind and then a shift of direction and a little bit of wind, like 20 miles an hour, something like that. What we got was full-blown tropical storm force looking winds. And then we got like I don't know, like an hour or two of kind of relative calm. And now it's back. This isn't how it was supposed to go down. This isn't behaving the way I was led to believe it would behave. So this is pretty much the damage. I had to prop my corn stalks back up. I used my snake plants. And then I had absolutely nothing fall to the ground from the benches except for one pencil cactus, which is no big deal. It'll be fine. I don't think I had any branches snap off. I didn't even have anything defoliated. So looks okay over here. I lost a few of the blooms, although not all of them, on the plumeria. We had a bunch of lemons fall off the lemon tree, and that's kind of the extent of the damage. Everything else did just fine. I mean, I barely even lost leaves. Looks like we weathered the storm. And even my tower of cuttings looks like it's pretty much intact. So I'd say successful storm defense. So thank you for watching. Stay cool.